Hi, this is Dan, and today we're going to talk about what we need to look for when joining an accelerated flight training program. Are you thinking of becoming a pilot in the United States? Then these are things you want to look at if you have the chance of visiting schools before making your final decision. So, the first thing you want to look at is the school itself. Where is it located? Is it in a place where the weather is good most of the year? That means more flying days, which can help you get through your training faster. Another thing you want to look at is the area itself. Is it in or near a city or a town where there are many food options or there's access to a market and entertainment, or is it in the middle of nowhere? If it's near food options and entertainment, you have a better chance of making it through the training because you can have the food that you miss or that you want, and you can also take a break through entertainment, and also you can use food and entertainment as a reward to motivate yourself to make it through the training program. So if you finish your uh, private pilot training, you can reward yourself with a movie or a big meal or something to motivate you to finish and make things more real for you, or even not even the private pilot check ride or what have you, even the smaller steps, which are very important too. For example, if you can finally land a plane, or if you can, or if you're having a hard time with something but you're still pushing through it, you can reward that. But that's for another video. My point is that the closer the school is towards more other things, the higher your chances of making it through training. So first, we're going to look at the location of the school. Where the second thing you want to look at is the planes of the school, the facilities of the school. What kind of place is the school? Is it an old building? If you have the chance to visit the school, or if you look at pictures, does it give you a good feeling, or do you get a weird feeling from it? You want to consider that, and also look at the planes. Are the planes new? Are the planes the latest planes, or are they old planes? The newer the planes, the likelier they are to have less maintenance issues, and the likelier is that you will have training that can prepare you for if you want to work at the airlines because of the electronics on the plane. If you're flying planes that have GPS availability versus non-GPS, you can start also learning how to fly, but also learn how the GPS system works on planes, which will be better for you than just flying planes without GPS. And also, if you have the chance, if you're at the school and you're talking with the owner or with the manager or with someone to see if you can look at the logbooks, they'll probably say no, which is fine because it's kind of personal. But if you have the chance to look, if not look at the logbooks, then go look at the maintenance. Where are they working on the planes? This will give you an idea of the maintenance on the planes. Again, the faster the planes are repaired for their problems because they fly a lot, the faster you can get done with your training, and the more attention you can expect to get, because clearly the flight school is giving attention to their airplanes. So you want to look at the planes and see if you can look at their logbooks. The next thing you want to look at is the flight instructors themselves. Are the flight instructors from the school itself? Have they gone through the program, or are they flight instructors from other schools that have come to this school? If it's the former, if they are from the flight school and they've done the program, then they can help you more because they have been through it themselves. Chances are you might find some flight instructors who are also from another country and who are flight instructors in the school and who can most probably understand your situation. So if they are flight instructors from the school, and if they are flight instructors who are from other countries that have come to the school, then they are more likely be able to help you. And if you have the chance, see if you can ask, if you are to join this school, who would be your flight instructor? And maybe the manager, they will be able to introduce that flight instructor, or they'll be able to introduce a flight instructor. And you can ask that flight instructor questions. You can ask them, oh, how do you like the school? Now you might want to ask this away from their boss, because you're less likely to get a genuine answer. But if you ask the flight instructor, ask them. If you have a chance to be by themselves with the flight instructor, ask them. If it's not a good school, your flight instructor probably will tell you in a way that it's not a good school. You'll hear it in their voice, you'll see it in their body language. They don't look excited to be there, or they'll just tell you. They'll just tell you, look, don't come train here. They'll just tell you. But if it's a good school, again, the opposite is true. They're very happy to talk about the school. They're happy at the school. They train at the school. You know what I mean. But talk to your flight instructor, or your potential flight instructor. You want to look at when it comes to a school is the technology. How much technology are they using? Are they using apps? Are they using chat groups for students? The more technology that the school is using, the higher the chances are that this school is organized and that the school is proactive. If there's a training issue, maybe because of weather, maybe because a plane broke down, maybe because a student before you needs more help, the school is more likely to solve these problems if they have better technology. It shows that they are, as we say it in English, ahead of the game, right? So you want to look at that. And another thing you want to look at is it's for your check rides. So when you do your flight training, when you're done with your training, you're going to have what's called a check ride. That is where somebody is going to, it's a test, it's the flight test. And you want to ask the school if they have their own examiners, or if they have to get examiners from other places. If they have their own examiners, that's great, because as soon as you're done with your training, you can get your exam done right away. And that means you can start moving into the next part right away. If the school says that they hire or they contract or they bring examiners from other places, that's not as good. It's not bad, but it's not as good, because it can mean that you might have to wait for the examiner to continue your training. And the wait, it can be a week, it can be a month, nobody knows. So if they have their own examiners, then the chances of you finishing earlier and being able to move on to the next step, then that's right there. And then finally, you want to look at foreign aid. And when I say foreign aid, I mean how helpful is the school towards foreigners? It doesn't just mean that they provide the visa to come study. It also means do they have a group that helps foreigners understand some of the differences in the culture, or in the language, the terminology used for aviation, because there are major differences in a lot of foreign cultures, probably your culture and American culture, that cannot be described in the flight lesson. It has to be done aside. I'll give you an example of that on my other videos as to what I mean by that. But another thing is, do they allow foreigners to sit in on classes? Can you audit another class? Let's say you make a friend, or you're going with a friend to this flight school. Can you sit in and listen to that person's lesson? Same thing with the flight. Can you also sit in the back in the plane as they do their lesson? How much help do they have for that? Also with the financial aid, can they help you? Or will they say, well, we're going to wait until we receive the money, or something? Will they delay your training because they need money first? So you do want to ask those questions when looking at a flight training program. If you need help with the English, if you need help with understanding certain lessons because you're not sure with the vocabulary, with the terminology, then feel free to go to my website. I am a Gold Seal certified flight and instrument instructor. I am an airline pilot, and I am a former EFL teacher, so I can most definitely help you understand a topic in aviation that can help you move forward with your training much more affordably than if you were to continue taking flying lessons. So you can definitely save money if you decide to allow me to help you with your training. And in fact, I offer the first 30 minutes of a consultation to make sure that everything is set for you if you want to do a flight training program with regards to your English and understanding American culture. So with that said, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I look forward to hearing from you in the comment section. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me below. I will get back to you. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.